Hello. Let me introduce the Erickson Coaching for Health World Game project to you. This project has a strong vision to bring health, well-being, and to sustain environment for people, for their communities all around the world, for the humankind, and for our planet. Our mission is to inspire people to transform their health and well-being in alignment with sustaining and regenerating the environment, one coaching conversation at a time. My name is Rosa, and in collaboration with Amy Davis-Brunner and Dr. Marilyn Atkinson, under wise guidance of Dr. Marilyn Atkinson, we are coaching and training professionals who bring Erickson solution-focused ecology, health coaching, and health education to coach trainers and learners involved in health niche. So, what is the World Game about? This particular project. It is about health coaching and related research, about coaching per se and bringing the ecology component into it, about health coach training and the World Game as such. And as I repeat the word ecology coaching, to me, the easiest way to describe that is that it is binding the I with the we and the planet Earth awareness and perspective. And we do that knowing that we live at times of climate emergency, climate change. And there is an intimate link between the health of every individual and the planet and the environment. And it goes both ways. And climate change as such has impact on human health, starting from respiratory and cardiovascular disorders, to infectious disorders, to allergies, to disorders like cholera, even the outbreak of viruses as we observe them now might be a link to certain aspects of our environment. Then nutritional disorders, conditions, malnutrition, and social impact of climate change, forced migration, conflicts, also mental health impacts. So all these are reflecting climate change and associated challenges that we face. And there are ways how to address the climate emergency. And the really big ones, big targets, have been expressed in the so-called climate action by United Nations. And the three major ones address fossil fuels, energy sources, that includes transportation, electricity generation, materials. Then food as a big category. That includes ecological food choices, reducing food waste and land use. And the third very big one is the population as such, population growth, women and girls and their education, because that has an immediate impact on the population growth, how women and girls are educated. So when we see that, where is our place and role as coaches who work in the health niche? Within this particular niche, we coach in the frame of healthy behavior. And healthy behavior has been outlined by healthcare professionals as such that includes physical activity, healthy eating habits, and healthy reproductive behavior. And as we can see, these are linked directly to what is being named by United Nations and all the environmental scientists as targets for our action: transportation, physical activity, ecological food choices, reduction of food waste to healthy eating, and population growth to what we doctors name as healthy reproductive behavior. I will address now briefly what are food choices for individual health that are considered by doctors and scientists to be healthy, and how those choices contribute to healthy environment. Now, there's an overall shift in all recommendations to plant-based food. It is throughout all the professional medical bodies and societies, those that address hypertension, cancer, respiration, lungs, heart, cardiology, diabetes, and all others. And here above, I just highlighted two major guidelines here in North America, which is Canada's Food Guide, as brought forward by Government Canada. And in the USA, it is the so-called Report of Best Diets for this year, which was formulated by a panel of nationally recognized experts in nutrition, diet, obesity, food psychology, and linked medical specialties, diabetes and cardiology, heart diseases, and all these unanimously consider the shift to plant-based food to be the way to go for individual human health. At the same time, this brings forward the task to change our metaphor and to consider plant-based food to be valuable healthy nutrition. And how does that link to the environment? How do healthy eating habits of one individual impact the ecology? The term that is being propelled by environmental specialists and dietitians is sustainable diets and ecological nutrition. And it is over the last 2 to 3 years that review articles have been written on this topic and have been published in the most prestigious journals. Here I am bringing forward to you 2 of such articles published, the first one in Nature in 2018, and the second one in Lancet in 2019. They address our options for keeping the food system within environmental limits. And the Lancet actually created a commission on healthy diets from sustainable food systems. And all these reports basically say the same thing. They say what is healthy for the individuals is also healthy for the environment. It also addresses the environmental issues and contributes. Individual healthy choices do contribute to environmental health. Here in this illustration, it's a diagram illustration of what kind of food choices have an impact on carbon emissions. And as we can see here, these here, which are animal-based, have the major contribution to environment that we want to protect. We don't want to add those contributors to carbon footprint. And we are left here with plant-based choices that are those ones who support sustainable agriculture. And the scientists here, Clark and his co-authors, published in 2019 a very neat analysis on how the individual's relative risk of dying, mortality, is linked to their individual relative environmental impact based on their food choices. And it is almost a linear relationship here, where the plant-based food is here in this corner, and the animal-based food is here. So plant-based preferences here down have the lowest relative risk of mortality, and at the same time have the lowest average relative environmental impact. Now I'll move from talking about food to very briefly addressing transportation. The link is very similar to that one of food. Again, Lancet, one of the most prestigious journals, have published a report just a year ago on health and climate change in relationship to transportation. And what is being really underlined and highlighted, that we need to move towards active forms of travel, walking and cycling. And a journal has been established that's called Sustainable Transportation. So what we are seeing here, that there is an intimate link between each individual's health and the health of the planet. And to me, it is not a coincidence that the H health is the letter with which the hum and starts, the hum, and the hum in humus, which means soil, earth. It is the same root of the word, human and humus, the earth being one. As Albert Einstein had said, a human being is a part of the whole, called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. And that's our task. That's what we are aiming for in the EcoHealth World Game. And let me move here, talking about health coaching and health coach training, with our mutual understanding now that in this world game, we bind the I with the we and the planet Earth awareness. When we speak about health coaching, it's useful to notice that health coaching has become a certified healthcare profession that currently really holds a strong scientific evidence of its efficiency and effectiveness in addressing many aspects of human functioning towards health. We ourselves have addressed these issues, especially in the realms of obesity, and we have published a hypothesis, and then we have confirmed the results that Erickson solution-focused coaching is a useful tool and intervention for management of obese people. Also, we have used Erickson Health Coaching in the frame of brain health, and we have addressed the question, how can Erickson Coaching reduce the disease risk? So when we talk about health coaching as a new certified healthcare profession, we are aware of the fact that we bind here health education and health promotion within a coaching context to enhance the well-being of individuals and facilitate the achievement of their health-related goals. This is by definition, which has been accepted worldwide. Yet obviously, we separate the mentoring part, the educational part, from the coaching part. Yet health coaches embrace both these activities. And as we have shown that health coaching is effective, others have as well. By February 2020 now, a total number of almost 8,000 scientific articles has been published on health coaching, with many review articles addressing these topics and basically showing that health coaching truly supports healthy behavior in the wide range of chronic disorders or conditions. So with health coaching, we support individuals' cardiovascular health, brain health, metabolic and respiratory health, and health of their immune system. Knowing that, what did we decide to do? We created a program called the Art and Science of Health Coaching within Erickson Coaching International, which is a niche-specific coach training program. The training part has two components. The Erickson Coaching for Health is the health coaching niche-specific training course. There's an educational piece, and then there is mentoring and supervision of coaching process as such. Importantly, to all these components, we bring the ecology perspective, looking and examining the choices from a broader global perspective, asking open-ended questions that widen the horizons of awareness of the given individual. With the ecology perspective, people open up themselves to a deeper understanding and insight on their relationship to the environment and the links between their individual health and the health of the environment. By doing so, by bringing ecology coaching and the global perspective to our health coaching, we truly address the unity of human beings and the earth. Let me now move forward to this part, which is the world game. Ecology coaching with global perspective as a part of our global worldwide endeavor. Erickson Coaching International is an educational it's an educational institution that operates in over 85 countries worldwide. At present, we already have or do conduct coach training in the realms of health coaching niche with the ecology component in Slovakia, China, Austria, and Turkey. And in preparation are courses in Canada, in the USA, Greece, and many more countries. Very recently, we have addressed challenges by coaching in China, and we have introduced the health coaching program during the coronavirus outbreak to over 600 coaches in China. And they took it further. Currently, they support nurses and hospital staff in Wuhan and in other large cities that have been struck the most during this outbreak. And we are currently preparing a course called Building a Healing Cycle After the Coronavirus Outbreak, which we aim to bring directly to doctors and nurses in Wuhan hospital. There is one more important aspect of our activities, and that is partnering healthcare systems with health coaching and with ecology health coaching. To create such partnerships is essential for the overall success of our ECOHEALTH World Game. To address this formation of partnership, we'll be presenting our current results of our activities, and also we will highlight our vision and mission to a broad spectrum of healthcare professionals, and also will present these results at the Obesity and Chronic Diseases Conference in the USA, and also, which is very important, to public health professionals who will come from all around the world to Rome in the fall 2020. We really aim for a major partnership between Ecology Health Coaching, between our World Game and healthcare systems worldwide. I'm grateful to all of you who have been paying attention to this call of current times, to the importance of bringing the ecology aspects to our coaching, coach training, and to our presence in the healthcare niche. And in my view, bringing the ecology component, ecology coaching, is relevant to every coaching niche. Thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you.